Hey, can we verify that we've got a good voiceover commentary coming out on the live stream? Alright, hey, what's up, true believers? This is Agasicles statements from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network channel on YouTube. Tonight, I am taking it back old school and kicking off a new pilot episode here on the E2KG Network. We've been talking about adding live stream content to the channel for some time. But one of my things is I live stream, but I also do pre-recorded game captures. So we've been doing a little bit of that. Tonight is actually my first live stream, and
ready to sail.
This week I wanted to take things back old school, which I do very frequently. And Chaos Schmaltz is going to be a lot about going back and playing some nostalgic games. Sometimes I will play new games that I've gained an affinity for, but I will also be a lot of stuff will be stuff that I bring up out of the backlog. And tonight I'm probably going to put in maybe a half hour or so before I need to hit the hay. So I am playing the Imperial campaign in Rome Total War. I love this mode, and one of the reasons I'm coming back to play it is because it's just one of those games that I really wanted to dive deep on, but there are so many games to play, and I just never got around to getting what I felt like was my return on investment out of this. I played kind of one campaign midway through or so. It's just a game that I've been wanting to get back to for years, and one of the aspects that I love about it is managing your Imperial family. So I love managing my family tree and promoting people and giving people governorships of towns and all that sort of stuff. So here we go. I've played a few turns of this already because killing myself trying to get my audio mixed down correctly for this segment. So right now, my issue is I have Admiral Marcus and his fleet returning from having blockaded Syracuse for some number of weeks, and this guy, Admiral Spurius, just dropped off this diplomat. There was a game doof, and I was also trying to drop off a spy. I have a Senate mission to sack this city and take it. This is a Greek city. My own personal strategic objective right now is to take this guy, who is the middle son in my family, Amulius Brutus, and have him amphibiously land on the eastern shore of Greece and start a campaign marching west and taking whatever towns and territory he can. So I have built up his army in these 3 cities that I own by recruiting units and sending them forth and placing them under his command. So I'm just kind of getting into the meat of the game. So this guy has completed his move. Spurius has also completed his move. I'm kind of out of moves at this point. I want to know, can Caius get into this town?
No more moves.
He's got no more moves, okay. So I think this turn is basically done. And I think at this point, I have not been doing my save often approach to this game. Let's go ahead and save game. It's an afternoon. If I want to overwrite it, yes. Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn. Now, if you're interested in what my game capture and live stream setup is, head over to my YouTube channel, Rounding Off Infinity, and check out the Streamer's Cookbook episode number 1. It should be pretty near the top of the queue. That's where I am now breaking down all of the equipment and hardware setup that I use to live stream. Alright, so positive cash flow this turn. That's all I really care about. I'm not into micromanaging my economy. So let's start things off by having Caius start negotiations with the city. Oh, can I not?
Noble master?
Right-click to enter diplomatic negotiations.
I shall speak with them at once.
Now, this game has since been superseded by Total Rome 2 and a bunch of other Total Wars. This game was so much fun, like I just never saw the point in grabbing any of those. However, as is the case with a lot of things that came out in E3 or things that I played in the wake of E3, what this may cause me to do is it may cause me to go back and revisit some of those games that I missed, depending on whether or not I get enough done in this game. I'm not going to make an offer of regular tribute. I will... Do I want to offer the Greeks map information? I could just tell them to give me the region. That's my offer. Their demands are to pay a tribute of 2,400 denarii per turn for 4 turns. Wow. Now what exactly... I guess my question is, what... I can't get into my Senate mission yet. Am I going to go through with that? That seems like a pretty easy way to actually take the city. I'm not. Decline the current proposal. Or make a counteroffer. I guess, yeah, let's make a counteroffer. My counteroffer is, how would I make you a single payment of 2,400 denarii? Did I just enter that directly? No, 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 no. We'll give 2,400 denarii. And you give us Thurman. Now the crappy thing about... yeah, now you're on your own. Actually, yeah, I didn't realize that. I do own this territory up here. Now again, I'm not going to get into a ton of details about it, but just to run down the hardware that is in play tonight. So,
Ready to sail!
I am... What is that? Fishing village?
Set sail!
Sneaking ashore. Yes, master. Searching for clues.
So tonight I am playing on what I call the Uber box, which is technically desktop 4. It was originally built. It was originally built to be to supersede my studio box, which was the box that I was using, a small form factor system that I was using to be my streaming PC, my game capture PC, my video editing, audio editing, podcasting machine. This was built as its upgraded successor. What wound up happening through an additional series of events is I threw a full-size video card in it. I originally just had a GT 710 in there. I wound up scavenging the secondary GTX 1070 out of my primary gaming desktop because no developers support SLI, and I put it in here. I then got a Windows Mixed Reality headset and added that to it, and all of a sudden it has kind of become my Uber box. So my original upgrade strategy had been to have gaming PCs and then studio PCs so that I could buy high-end GPUs but low-end CPUs on some machines, and buy high-end CPUs and a lot of memory and low-end GPUs on other. This is the one box I have that kind of does it all. I've also since added 2 4K displays to it, one of which I'm playing on now, of course, though it's only rendering in 1080p. So this box is built on I think it's a Ryzen 5 1700X, I think, or 1600X. It's the top end Ryzen 5 processor. So it's not a Ryzen 7, but it's the top end Ryzen 5. Right now it's kitted out with 16 gigabytes of RAM. I really need to upgrade it to 32, and its operating system drive is a SanDisk 500 gigabyte SSD, and then it has a bunch of other drives thrown into it, and it sits in a Thermaltake V21 core case. Okay, so this guy, so he only has 93 units, but he does have this wooden wall. He also has the ability to recruit archers, so this is going to be interesting. He also has a spy there. Oh, no, I'm zooming out on the map. I'm like, am I changing resolution? What's going on here? Hold out for 7 turns. Huh, neat.
Yes, master.
Oh, that's my spy. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's excellent to know. So now... So the problem is
Ready to
so let's
sail!
have Marcus's fleet. Part of the problem is it's always a little tough to be exactly clear on what square to get them on, such that
Imperator!
the armies can actually embark.
Boarding!
Now the other thing is these triremes only carry, or these might actually be biremes, only carry a certain number of troops. So sometimes you will embark and then... now, because it is very dangerous to be at sea, with a large army embarked, because you can be sunk at sea and lose your entire army, I don't want to do, like... I mean, I could sail to get closer, but I don't want to spend more time at sea than I absolutely need to. What do you want?
Build ports, shipwrights and dockyards
I
for
know.
the ability to construct bigger and better.
So I'm going to actually have him head back to port
Set sail!
for maintenance or whatever. Now since I'm in proximity to the shore, I might just actually go ahead and sail down the coast here and do an amphibious landing in this harbor. But strategic would tactically be the more prudent thing to do. So now... So I got a few things I gotta manage. So this town is fine. I've decided that what I want to have garrisoned in the town is about 120 units. But now the issue is going to be, I have a kid who just came of age that I need to give an army to. And I may allow that person to start my own personal strike to the west. So one thing I need to do is I need to...
Orders?
I need to conduct my Senate missions, but I also need to have my own agenda so I don't get hung out to dry should my popularity in the Senate wane. So I'm having that guy sortie out so that he can marry up with this kid that I need to give a command to. So that's fine. Well, so the other thing I need to look at is side bit. So I need to always be constructing something. So let's go ahead and work on trader. Nothing in my recruitment queue either, huh? Okay, so that's gonna be fine. Now this is where this other kid is, and at this point I need to take a look at my family tree and understand who this boy is and what his capabilities are. So right, so he is the son of Aemilius Brutus, my best general, and the middle son, Cassius Brutus. So he has no command capability, barely decent in management, but he does have solid influence. He's unusual, plain, devout, a confident attacker, careful with money, calm, no enemies, benevolent ruler. And then I have Titus Brutus. I believe his other kid. No, all these guys are a ways out from coming of age. But Paulina here will be of age to be married off shortly. That could possibly bring new talent into the family. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to have him head out and take over this army.
Merging armies. Moves depleted, sir.
Oh, man. Trying to use my Chromebook to keep the chat window open, that's a pain. Okay, so let's go back to Tarentum. Alright, so he needs to keep those units there to meet his minimum garrison requirement that I want. Build wooden walls for defense. Go ahead and build one fleet. A cavalry unit. And another fleet. So that'll be fine. And then in Apollonia. Okay, so once Cassius crosses the sea, I'll grant him some units out of Apollonia. In the meantime, I'm going to put paved roads, and build out his units. And I think I'll be done.
Yes.
Guys, you can just garrison in town. I don't really have any further need for a diplomat.
No more moves.
What I'm a little worried about here is there are these units.
This scroll shows you the known details of an allied...
Okay. So that's only 40 units. That doesn't concern me. That's probably another 80. And they're both Greek. So I think I've done everything that I need to do.
This scroll shows you the known details of an allied, neutral, or...
So I'm going to go ahead and cycle the turn. Negative cash flow. Perhaps not good. Roads are done in Apollonia. Units recruited around my territories. Dad nabbit. Okay. So does Croton have any units to contribute? I don't think I'm looking at that right. They do. So this unit of peasants can go merge with his army. Because I've got the minimum that I want there. Now, things are going a little slow. This is my first time. By the way, I like to take my time with these games. This isn't some major click fest for me. Tarentum. He's still not over his minimum. So at this point, I can go ahead and take Caius and have him board. Oh, he can't move because he just merged an army. Alright. Construction queue is full, so that's fine. Tarentum. Constructing and recruiting. And Apollonia. What?
The building browser button to the left of this scroll gives access to the game's technology tree.
Alright, so all this needs something to build. Let's go ahead and get the barracks done. But he's already got recruitment in progress. I can't get all of this onto the boat this turn. Spurious is just on standby. I can receive him. Admiral Marcus is there.
All ashore!
Wait, what? Oh, okay, that's right. Because I've got 2 units who are going amphibious. Will that dude have like 6 stars for his command prowess? Nice. So Paulina has been married off, garrison commander.
Get the son your leader never had by marrying off one of his daughters. A suitor with command or management ability and influence over his fellow men will help to ensure...
Great. Oh, you can afford to be picky. It's just like he's so old, though. He's a superior commander. Let's accept that. That's good marriage, I think. Still negative cash flow, but not as bad as before. It's unfortunate. It feels like I may not even get into a battle before this is all said and done. So is this Apollonia? Okay, so Galerius is there. I don't want... Do I want to give more troops to Amulius, or do I want them to be granted to the new guy? I'm going to give more troops to Amulius. So I'm going to have him...
Imperator!
Yeah, as far south as he can. What is this? This is a Greek port.
March!
One of my worries needs to be I could be intercepted by a Greek army on my way to Thurman and wind up attriting units, which is really not what I want to have happen.
General!
So these
General!
4 units should all march south, strengthen Amulius's army.
Joining forces!
Yeah, so time goes quickly when you're playing this. I only have about 7 minutes left. Alright, so I cleared out all the units. The next round of units do need to go to Galerius. Yeah, before he gets too old and can't do anything. So Cassius, now I want him to embark the ship. Now, once Casperius has troops, so...
Aye aye, Captain! All ashore!
So I'm now giving him the mission of marching west.
Sir!
He does not have the units that he needs, though. So I'm going to have him go and start staging his army here to the east.
Move depleted, sir!
Yeah, and I suggested the western shore of Greece when I was talking earlier. Okay, so I think that's all done. The question's going to be... Yeah, so I have units that I need to send to the coast to embark the ship.
Moves depleted, sir!
Okay. And do I have anything I need in this town to build? No, nothing. So, and I can't build any more troops. And I think troops have a, and this might be what's going on here. Population required for next level of settlement is 6,000. Population right now is 5,000. There may be size limits of how much a town can support a garrison and things like that, so. Now in this town,
Orders.
So those units can go ahead out.
Joining forces.
So yeah, unfortunately we're going to play 30 minutes and not get any battlefield combat. And that's unfortunate and was not my intention. Instruction, recruitment. What is that again? He needs... No, he's got enough troops. These armies are merged. I need a boat to come back.
Fleet ready. Set sail. Orders.
Alright.
Fleet ready. Set sail.
Alright, so he's docked. Am I done?
General.
Yeah.
Send your army into a forest and they'll wait to ambush passing enemies. But beware, hidden enemies can ambush.
Well, this guy doesn't have any more to move, so there's no point in having that conversation about sending him into the forest. And the turn. Ooh, more negative cash flow. Wow. No Senate offices. It's like giving me the finger. Increase the size of the army. Okay.
Imperator.
So, again... $320... 380, so I have like over 400 troops. He's at just over 200. Do I know anything about him? 3, 3, and 2? Doesn't have a lot of combat-oriented skills, though.
Onward.
No. Glad nabbit.
Combining troops.
No. Man, is there a way? Can I reverse that turn? What I just did? Please tell me that there's a way to reverse that turn. That is aggravating. No, I didn't want them to merge armies. I didn't do a game save either. Of all the
Orders.
Alright, so I'm supposed to be wrapping up now, but I want to fix this. Really aggravates me.
Sir. General. Imperator. Imperator. Orders. Orders. General.
Alright, so now he should be back to what he was. Just lost a
Move
turn of
depleted,
movement.
sir. Orders.
Now, he is also not at the strength, probably, that I had him at. These units can be given to him.
March.
one. He also
Move out!
can't move but so far.
Moves depleted, sir.
Now his army.
Sir!
Oh no. What? I'm not sure. I guess I was sending him to meet up with the new guy. I don't know if it's the new guy. I was sending him over to rendezvous with the other general.
Aye, aye, Captain! Leaving the army! All ashore!
Okay.
Orders! Sir!
So you can go ahead and merge.
Onward! Merging army!
That brings him almost up to 270. So now my only family leadership problem is I don't have anything for this guy to do who just married in. Alright. Now, I forgot how to raise taxes.
This scroll enables you to view the tradable goods in your settlement, as well as income.
Yeah, but can I change any of them? Doesn't really look like it. I'm trying to figure out where is the... So there is a tax... Oh, here we go. Man, increasing taxes is not going to make people happy. Still, it's 150%. Well, I don't think I have any option but to increase the taxation rate. That's still going to leave your income in the negative. So it looks like the tax rate isn't aggregated, it's province by province. I also can't build anything or construct. Public order is really good here though. Like I don't understand why I would need to make any changes here. So, the people who are working is this guy, Amulius, Cassius, trying to get some troops here, and I got one guy that I don't have anything to do. Go ahead and get a game save. Alright everybody, well I do apologize, it wasn't my intention for this to just all be strategic and to get a really good look at the strategy and diplomacy part of it. In case you haven't gone or don't plan on going to check out the Streamer's Cookbook, the remainder of the setup for streaming today is the video capture device I'm using is the Hauppauge HD PVR rocket. And then I am also using a Behringer Xenix 302 USB hardware mixer. I ran into some problems with a ground loop in the line, so I actually need to order a direct injector to see if I can clamp that down. It appeared to be coming out of the back of the Acer monitor that I was using to get the in-game audio into my headphones. So I had to give up on that, and I'm just pumping the audio out via the monitor speakers. But what I am using the hardware mixer for is I'm using the Plantronics Rig Flex gaming headset, and I'm sending that audio over to the hardware mixer and then sending it from the hardware mixer over into the HD PVR Rocket, which has a 3.5mm jack on the front panel to take in microphone inputs. Then I am sending all of that over to my secondary streaming PC where I am managing the live stream with OBS. So I think that is going to do it for me. I'm going to hold up here until I come back and revisit this game. Thanks so much for joining in, anybody who happened to swing by and check out the live stream, if you popped in and popped out before I wound up missing you in chat. But please feel free to like and subscribe and check out our podcast on the E2KG Network. We're going to keep bringing in-game content as much as we can, but we're trying not to have so much of it that it kind of submerges the podcast themselves. So there you have it. Thanks again for joining in. That's going to do it for me. My name has been Agasicles Statements from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network channel on YouTube. I am out of here. Good day and good night.